Hello everyone and welcome to another YouTube video, and today I will talk about the mentioning where it says they are your garments and you are their garments. This is actually a metaphor of a man and a woman's relationship. Yes, I am talking about marriage. So, your spouse are like your clothing for you, and that has many reasons. It signifies that they are the most closest to you in life, physically and emotionally, like clothing is to your skin. And secondly, it talks about because they are your respect. Notice how people respect you according to your clothes. Let's say, for example, if your clothes are nice, clean, and in good condition, people respect you accordingly. If a woman's clothes are insufficient and flesh revealing, she becomes an object of the eye. People look at her disrespectfully. So that sense, and we are kind of correlating clothes with your relationship, with husband and wife relationship. So that means that your wife is your respect. The way you are respected according to your dress is the way we have to look at your part. We mustn't forget that the fact that garment does the job of covering, protecting, and respecting. How does garment respect you? Garment doesn't respect you, but it gets you respected. And that is the concept. Thirdly, you need to see how garments actually protect you from the outside world, particularly women. Just notice if the fabric, the garment, is insufficient, you become the object of the eye. So you need to realize how that garment actually protects you. Similarly, it is suggested that the man comes in a woman's life in a way of protection, protecting his wife from the outside world. A man's duty is much higher than a woman's duty in a relationship because he is physically stronger. A man's duty is much higher than a woman's duty. Let me give you an example. A man has to physically, financially, and emotionally protect his wife, not just from the outside world, but from the inside world also. For example, there are women, unfortunately, they get beaten by their in-laws. A man should protect her. Some men, they get involved, but that is not how a Muslim should be. Then there are, of course, other types of protection. When people get married and get into a serious relationship, they actually protect each other from looking outside the world for a relationship. Now, let me give you an example. And it is important, in a way, when a husband comes home from work, he should give his wife time. And a woman should also give his husband time. Both people in a relationship should give each other the first priority. I mean, of course, it's a man's duty, according to Islam, that his first priority are his parents, then his wife. And for a woman, it's first the husband. And after that, in that relationship, the biggest priority is giving each other time. A woman, I've seen and noticed that women oftentimes, when their husband comes home from work, they watch the TV and watch the news. The first priority is to give his wife time and to give each other time. So maybe when they come, you have to give each other the first priority above everything else. And that is important. It should not be that a woman is actually wanting her husband to give him time and the husband is not giving time, and she starts to chat to someone else on the phone and you're just watching the news. So it's not, as I say, that it's not just physical protection, it's emotional protection. And emotionally you should protect her. She may need you. She may be upset from work or at home. She might need a shoulder to cry on, someone to, at times, men just don't want to listen to women if they say something that's bothering her. A man should be available emotionally, physically, and mentally. to actually listen what is bothering your wife. Some men just don't want to listen to what the woman has to say and ignore it. That is just absolutely wrong. And the woman should too do that. Whatever the problem is, whatever the situation is, you have to be interested in what your husband has to say, and you have to be interested in what she has to say. And if she has a problem with your mother or your sister, you have to listen to her, because it's all about covering, it's about protecting emotionally, financially, physically, in every sense, in every way possible. It is you have to take it as a duty as a Muslim to actually cover, protect your wife, and your wife has to do the same. You have to keep each other's respect, even from your tongue. Sometimes you have to keep your husband's secrets from your parents, and you have to keep a barrier. Sometimes whatever your wife says, you might tell your mother, and sometimes you have to keep a line. Of course, you have to, just physically, but that protection has to be on the tongue as well. You should not be telling whatever your wife actually discusses with you in the bedroom to your own mother. And I have to say to the wife as well, you should not be discussing whatever your husband says to you, to your parents. So you have to protect each other from all sides possible. You have to, if for example your husband finds out that you've been sharing your secrets to the parents, and your wife notices the same thing about you, she won't consider you as a friend anymore. You have to be each other's friend. You have to protect each other's privacy. You have to protect each other's secrets. You have to protect each other physically. You have to protect each other emotionally. You have to be there. You have to be there in every sense, every way possible. It should not be your husband should look outside, or you, your wife, should look outside. It's a protection of religion, of being good morals, of emotion and physical protection. So in every single way possible, you have to consider yourself as each other's garment, each other's protection, each other's providing. Like, for example, the two wheels of the car, the first two wheels of the car. You have to consider balancing each other's emotion and respecting each other like you respect your garments, like how you want to be respected. So how close are our garments to our skin? That's how you should keep one another. And that's the concept of garments That is the concept of garments in our religion. Respect, protection, providing, covering. You need to realize that is the concept of garments. And it's good for those who have understood this message. It's good for those who have respected this message. You should take the concept of garment as a shield of protecting from the negativities of the outside world, protecting from the negativities that can actually break the relationship. That is the concept of garment. I hope you have understood that in the correct sense. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.